The solar field, it's more efficient on sunny days, and when it's operating, it supplies about 30% of the campus needs. The power that's generated is sold to Oregon Tech at a reduced rate, so it's cost benefit to Oregon Tech, and it's also a very good teaching tool for our students.
The solar field there, it was built 2011, about 10,000 panels, occupying about 16 acres of land. What I have here is the most typical silicon solar cell. This is mainstream technology right now. As you can see, this is wafer thin. I mean, it's actually less than 1 millimeter. It's like, sure, it doesn't take much to break this. Even with my hands, this one just splashed into pieces. And it's, oh, don't worry. This solar cell is about maybe $3 each. I mean, it's not that expensive. So the photovoltaic principle is basically we create a situation where the silicon can accept certain wavelength of the sun and create electron movement. So with the electron that is moving inside the material, then you convert it into power.
So we're in Owen Hall. We do thin film materials research, and we have a solid foundation of equipment for the full fabrication of thin film devices from start to finish.
Would it be your first time to wear this suit?
This was my first time, yeah.
Okay.
Never gotten to do this before.
Yeah.
Thin films are a huge worldwide industry that encompasses everything from computer chips to photovoltaics. Those thin films can be as thin as a few atoms thick. In this lab, the thickest that we produce are probably up to about a micron thick. The classic analogy of a human hair being about 70 microns. So we're talking about extremely thin layers of materials. This is a silicon wafer that has 1,200 thin film transistors on it. In our work, these would be considered very large, and they're still visible to your eye. This particular machine combines electron beam evaporation, thermal evaporation, and sputter deposition all into the same chamber. This machine was used extensively for research into ultra-high efficiency absorbers for photovoltaics. It'll process 6-inch wafers, we call them 150 millimeter wafers.
So yeah, when we talked to Dr. Arif Budiman, he had example solar cells that were literally like 6 inches across. He sort of demonstrated us how delicate those can be because of their extreme thinness. I guess this is the type of device that you produce that kind of technology in.
We have deposited thin films in this machine as thin as 10 nanometers thick. At that point, we're talking about dozens to hundreds of atoms thick.
Is it good? Break another one? It's not basic science, but it's how to implement widely. This solar energy, if it is just like some small project here and there, it's not going to help much. It has to be pretty massive in scale.
So it used to be that the cheapest resources were coal and gas to create electricity. Since then, you've seen the just dramatic decline in the cost of solar and wind, so that now the cheapest next resource to build for a utility is a wind or a solar plant. In Oregon, we've got 3,000 megawatts of solar proposals waiting to go through the approval process because it's the cheapest resource.